Yeah, I've been involved with the AMS engine program for about 2 years now. Before that, I built a lot of my own motors. I had a Evo 9, and then before that, I had a Mitsubishi Mirage. I built both motors in those. Right now, I have a 1968 Camaro with a LS-based motor that I put together also. And then before that, I was kind of helping out, doing basic bolt-ons and everything with the engines, putting heads on, head studs, and things like that. And now I'm doing full assembly. I started out on my own, really, just kind of being interested in it and reading about it and just kind of getting in there and doing it. From there, I learned from Tim, who was engine assembly tech before Ivan was, and then I learned a little bit from Ivan also. But a lot of it's, reading and just doing it and getting involved and learning as you go along, kind of. To be honest, it really started back when I had DSMs and they were breaking all the time, and it was a lot cheaper for me to rebuild them myself. But honestly, I've always felt I've been pretty mechanically inclined. I've always been into cars, and it was just kind of the next step when you're making power is at some point you have to build a motor if you really want to make a lot of power. And being able to do it yourself has just worked out real well for me to learn and turn it into a career. Engine program is huge. I think a lot of people don't realize how big it is. I mean, you got the whole rotating assembly, which there's variations of pistons, you got variations of rods, steel, aluminum, different lengths, different strokes in the crank, using OEM parts versus aftermarket parts. There's 1,000 ways to build every single motor that we do, and it's all about just finding the right combination that works well and lasts the longest for what you're doing with it. So the next step with our motor program is more billet parts. The billet block has worked great for us, but we're finding the limitations on other factory cast parts. So we need to come up with some more billet parts, and we'll be up near, we're shooting for 2,500, 3,000 horsepower in no time. We actually have, I want to say, 8 different styles of pistons right now, from 95.5 bore to 98 millimeter bore, and different compression ratios and pin heights and everything, just to suit every motor perfectly. And we just kind of show that's our design, and we worked hard to figure out what works by putting our name on the side of it. I think what a lot of people don't see is how much time and effort we put into researching and developing our engine program. We've taken apart hundreds of motors that have been ran and just seen what works, what doesn't work. We'll go out and make a couple of passes at the drag strip, pull it apart, see what's going on, and you find the next weak link and you keep building it from there. It's hundreds and hundreds of hours, and I think a lot of people don't realize that. When they buy from us, when they get an engine from us, they're getting our knowledge, our time and effort to make sure that everything that's in that motor works. It works together, and it's going to last. When you get into the fancier VR38 motors, like in OB Prestige or Giddy's car, those can take 2-3 days. It's a lot of measuring, double checking, and just making sure everything is perfect. You want to find out a problem when you're building it rather than when it's in the car and running. We have to be very precise with pretty much everything we do that goes into the engines. They're spinning at upwards of 10,000 RPM and making anywhere from 1,000 to 1,800 foot-pounds of torque. You have to be conscious of being too big, and you're going to have a ton of blow-by, or you're going to be too small. You have ring butting issues where you're going to be scoring up cylinder walls and having all kinds of issues. We have found what works. We have a range for all the different motors that we do, and it just get down to 1,000th of an inch, and you're good to go. Getting ready for the GTR World Cup has been pretty hectic. We've been putting in late nights and early mornings to get all these cars done. And the cars we're getting ready are not simple cars. They're all upwards of 1,800 horsepower, some more. And just trying to get them ready to go has been pretty hectic. When we shut the lights off at night, it doesn't even end there. You go home and you're thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow, what's the next step, what's going to be the result of after tomorrow or after today. It doesn't end when you go home at night, it continues. So the most proud I've been with the motor program has probably been with our success with Gideon's car, going being real close to sixes, going 200 miles an hour multiple times, and just seeing how happy he is and how happy the company is, and just knowing that what we're doing works and it's proven, and we can rely on it to make power safely. I take pride in our engine program, our company takes pride in our engine program, and we kind of show that by putting the plaque on there and just saying it's kind of a stamp of approval, and we're proud to show that. We know that we're putting the best product out there that we have, and we know it's going to work for the customer.